Slapping gums at each other. Any chance they get. The fight clock is brought to you by Modelo. One of the greatest knockouts you'll ever see. It's time
for you to sit back, relax, and listen to a complete and fucking utter armchair expert give his completely and utterly useless opinions on the one hell of an amazing sport that is MMA.
G'day guys, long time no episode. I didn't watch UFC 282 because of course, as we now know, Glover versus Yuri didn't happen because Yuri got a shoulder injury and relinquished the light heavyweight championship. And it ended up being Jan Blachowicz versus Magomed Ankalaev. I probably pronounced that name wrong again. For the belt, in which case ended up being a draw. And now we have a light heavyweight title fight between Glover and Jamal Hill in January, I believe. So yeah, I don't have much to say on that, unfortunately. But this is, or will be, our last episode for 2022. We've been doing this for nearly a year. Nearly a year, I think, as of February next year. Might have to do an episode on the 1 year anniversary, but this probably won't be a long one. I just wanted to go over everything that's, I guess not happened this year, but might be happening, and just talk about everything. It's been one hell of a year, I gotta say. From Izzy defending in a razor close bout against Whittaker, to there being another fight at some point in the year with Cannonier, and then to him ultimately losing that belt. Volk defending again multiple times. A lot's happened. TJ Dillashaw retired. So I've seen a lot of last fights this year. There's been a lot of retirements. From Cowboy to TJ to Jose Aldo to Luke Rockhold. There's been a lot of retirements. But God, a lot's happened. And there's been a lot of great fights and a lot of great cards. But of course, there's also a lot rumoured to happen. There's been a lot of talk about John Jones potentially coming back in March to fight Francis for the championship. For Conor, who hasn't been in the USADA testing pool all year and is heavily rumoured to be, and looks like he has been on steroids, probably for his leg injury, and he's taken full advantage of it, which good on him. There's a lot of rumours, of course, as always, about him coming back. What division and against who knows? Dana's come out and said that it's probably going to be against Michael Chandler, who, of course, fights at 155. First of all, that would be an interesting fight, because I imagine Conor's going to get pieced up by Chandler. Whether he'll be able to withstand that and come back or not is another question. And the other big question is, how's his leg? Because it is a titanium plate now, I believe, but is it going to be able to withstand people kicking it? Because people are going to go for it now. Is it going to be able to withstand that? That's another big question. And also, the other thing is, I didn't mention this, but where's the fight going to be at? Because if that thing him saying about being 190 pounds is true, which I could believe, I highly doubt he's going to want to fight at anything less than 170. possibly even 185 if he really wants to entertain that, but I doubt it. Yeah, I just don't see him wanting to go back down to 155 again. And also, that division is impossible to fight in. You know, you got guys like Dustin, Gaethje, you know, blah, blah, blah. And now, of course, you got, you know, Islam as the champ. Yeah, the big talk for a while was Conor versus Charles, but now Charles isn't the champ anymore. Yeah, would he be able to beat Islam? No, I don't think, in my opinion, Conor. So, yeah, if he does come back, I highly doubt it's at 155. Me personally, I think it'll be at 170. But, yeah, who knows what happens there. We'll just have to wait and see, because he won't be fighting for a minimum of, you know, 6 months anyway. So, you know, because USADA gave Brock Lesnar a exemption. I don't think they're going to go there again. The PR from that was horrible. But yeah, it's bit a hectic couple of days. We've just had Christmas here in Australia, and I just had my birthday personally. But I did want to get a podcast out before the end of the year. Probably a very rabbled one. You know, it's been an interesting year, one hell of a year, really, for MMA. I've tried my best to document it all through this podcast. And yeah, let's wait and see what the new year has in store for us. But yeah, guys. Anyway, I hope you had a good Christmas. Yeah, got all of what you wanted, and you know, spent time with the family and whatnot. And yeah, I guess I will see you guys next year. Till then, take it easy.